There's one specific kind of like overdone sports media conversation that I love. And Dennis, I know it grinds your gears, but I'm going to indulge my guilty pleasure anyway. I love legacy talk.
Bruh.
I love it. I love looking at a game and thinking, if so-and-so has a massive game, how does that change their legacy? Or if they win this, how does history look at them differently? You may say it's a little hacky. I say Duke has a lot of legacy on the line this weekend at UNC. A lot of legacy on the line. Right now, okay? And by the way, the team has legacy. We talked about it. Could go down as the team in history with the most regular season ACC conference wins since they expanded to 20 regular season conference games. No team has won more than 17. They could win 19 with their only loss against Clemson. Also worth mentioning that both Clemson and Louisville could finish with 18. So they're nipping on their heels. But it would be the best regular season win total in ACC regular season history. But also, there is a jockeying for top dog status for coaching hierarchy in the ACC right now. A lot of vacancies, right? When you and I'm not the first to say it, but when you look at the coaches that have left the ACC in the last 5 to 7 years, it's not like these are a bunch of nobodies. These are all-time greats. It's Coach K, it's Roy Williams, it's Jim Boeheim, it's Jim Larinaga, Leonard Hamilton's on the way out, it's Tony Bennett surprisingly bouncing. Like these are legends, national championship winning coaches in most cases. All of them are gone. There is not a single active ACC coach with a national championship on their resume. There's only 2 coaches with ACC regular season titles on their resume. It's Jon Scheyer and it's Hubert Davis. Kevin Keatts has a tournament win from last year, and then there's not much else going on there as far as guys that have legitimate success of big varieties on their resume. Scheyer should want the throne. He should. Competitive people want to be known as the best. Scheyer's not that old. Thank goodness he's like a year older than me, or else, you start having the thing where it's like, wait a second, how did he get there? And we've had the same amount of time on Earth. So he's 1 year ahead. So of course, in the next year, I'm going to be the equivalent of head coach at Duke. He also got there 2 years ago, but we don't have to go down open that can of worms. He should want to be the top dog in the ACC. And if he gets the throne right now, he might hold it for 40 years. Right? Like that's the legacy that he could be building. Hubert Davis right now has the Final Four over him. And they're essentially, 2-3, 3-2 when they face off against each other. I think actually Sheyer's up 3-2. But he can put some distance there. He can continue to grow. So you should want that legacy. Cooper Flagg. There's a legacy game here. Right now, Cooper Flagg, according to Ken Pomeroy, he's a math whiz that looks at specifically college basketball. You've heard of the Ken Pom rankings. He has something called Player of the Year rating that he's been putting together since the 2010-2011 season. Right now, if the season ended, Cooper Flagg would have the highest Ken Pom Player of the Year rating in that measure's existence. Number 1. Which mean, and by the way, no, he's not like the freshman with the highest scoring average, or he's not the best highlight film. That's probably Zion from back in the day. There's other stuff that other people have done, but in a measure of complete impact, you could argue he's having the greatest ACC freshman season in history. That's not me talking, right? We all have the players that we grew up that we love that'll never be passed, but that's the numbers talking. There is legacy on the line in this one. Not to mention everyone that goes to UNC, everyone that goes to Duke, part of your legacy is how you play in these games. Tyler Hansborough, he's on all the podcasts, has his own podcast. He loves to bring up that there's an entire generation of Duke players that never beat UNC in Cameron because he was the one going in there and ruining senior nights. Right, I believe he won on J.J. Redick's senior night in Cameron. Like that sort of deal sticks with you for your career, for your life. Tyler Hansborough's, mostly playing pickleball now rather than basketball. I follow him on social media, so I know this. And he's still referencing that stat. And he should. Right? To the winner goes the spoils. The winners get to write history. So let's put it in that case. Duke's going up against R.J. Davis on his senior night. R.J. Davis, for all of the ups and downs of this year, his UNC career is pretty cemented. ACC Player of the Year, Jerry West Award winner. He's going down as one of the top scorers in ACC history in the all-time ranks. Did he have an extra year to do it? Yeah, because of COVID. But there won't be an asterisk. 20 years from now when they look up the rankings, he'll be right up there with Reddick and Hansborough and the best of the best. And on his senior night, Duke's going to UNC. If they want to ruin it, they can. Got to play well. Got to play well. There's legacies on the line. And then the X's and O's of it all, the lineup versatility. I mean, that has been your ACC confidence for Duke for how many consecutive weeks? Lineup versatility.
November.
And what
since then,
what it does is it makes it so whatever is your bad matchup, they are. Right? Oh, UNC doesn't handle size well. All right, cool. That means you're going to get a healthy dose of everyone on the floor is 6'6" or taller for Duke. If you play a team where shooting is like guarding the three-point line is a problem, all right, cool. You're going to get Isaiah Evans off the bench. You're going to get Mason Gillis off the bench. You're going to get Con Knipple, Cooper Flagg, and you're going to get 4 shooters around 1 big. Good luck. All right, pace is your issue. They can get up and down. They can score 110. We've seen it.
They've played faster.
They've
been playing faster and still giving up the same amount of points.
And exactly. And they also could, if it's like, oh, you know what? We need to get up and down. UNC likes to get up and down. Mm-hmm. Duke could turn it into a grind. They can win 60 to 55 if they need to. We've seen it.
So you want to run? Okay, we'll run faster.
It's
you want to play half court? We'll do it better.
And Shire, again, getting back to him, he's not afraid to throw you curveballs. One of my favorite, just anecdotes, okay? And in case you can't tell, I like to think I have a pretty good memory, and there are certain little moments that I reference for years and years and years to come. There's one from this college basketball season, and it's when Duke, early in the season, had some young guys, and they weren't quite the wrecking ball that they are now. They weren't up by so many points in every game like they have been the last 4, and they needed a change-up in game. And John Shire went to the 2-3 zone, which I love for its simplicity, right? To think of, you have all these high IQ, right? Duke has the stereotype of the brainiacs, right? You have Duke basketball, and they go to the same defense that they play in 9-year-old basketball when you run out of players because too many fouled out, right? You're just like, 2-3 zone. Stand there, hands up at your side, active in the passing lanes. And they went to the 2-3 zone. And then after the game, it was revealed they never practiced it. John Shire looked at Cooper Flagg at the post-game podium and went, have you ever played the 2-3? And he was like, not really. But just because they understood they needed a change-up, they threw a change-up. And it worked. And they won the game, and they went on, and now they have another curveball, another club in their bag for the golfers. And that lineup versatility is what made it all possible. And by the way, if they played a bad 2-3 zone, worst case scenario, you have 7-2 Common Malawash standing under the bucket. And it's like, oh, they penetrated the zone. Yeah, all right, now the ball spiked two rows into the stands. It's a very difficult team to game plan for because you kind of just point out your weakness and go, how would you exploit it? That's what they're going to do. That's how you self-scout. And if it feels like I'm being too hyperbolic, watch the games. Watch their last 5 and watch with a notepad in front of you and write down what you see. And then at the end of the game, you're going to look down at your notepad and you're going to go, he really wasn't being hyperbolic. Does that mean they can't play bad this weekend? No, they absolutely can. They're, for the most part, 19, 18 to 22-year-olds. And that's always unpredictable, and they can always wake up on the wrong side of the bed. But if you tell me Duke plays their A game, I think they got double-figure win on this one. Maybe 20. If they play their A game, I'm not sure there's a team in the country I don't think they beat by 8. if they play their A game, which is a big if.